What's poppin'? It's Mello. We about to make a beat.
All right, so first things first, the Combustion Volume 4 is out right now. So go cop that, go check out the previews, all that good stuff. I'm gonna be using that in this beat today, of course. But also, I dropped a hi-hat MIDI kit called Anarchy. That's also at a low price. Go check that out. All that good stuff as a preview as well. I'm going to be using that today as well. But as far as the beat that we will be making, it's going to be something synthy. Don't know what it's going to sound like yet, but we're going to get into it. You see the preset loaded up. Let's get to it, bro. So we got the chords. We're going to move on to the next instrument. I'm probably going to try and get more rhythm in there. Now, this is what's going to happen with this. I'm going to take this, I'm going to mix it down, I'm going to put it in FL Studio, freak the sample, and then probably compose something over top of that. So let's get to that. The auto ducker is a solution that I came up with for the clicking in the sample because EQing didn't work, and then trying to do the crossfade, they don't have a crossfade on here necessarily for samples like they do in FL Studio for the computer, but they do have something to where you can, you know, automate the volume. I tried that. You can't really do that on a reverse sample. It's like kind of weird, so I didn't want to do that manually to all the chops. So I just did this, and it worked out to where, you know, I used it in a way that got rid of the click. So we'll continue from here. Now it's time to do some other things as far as add a little bit more composition. I was about to say competition. Composition. Let's get to it. And now what it's time for is to get to these drums, so let's get to it. The first thing I'm going to start with is a hi-hat. You see I got the release all the way turned up on a DW sampler for the hi-hat. But what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do the MIDI thing. So what we're going to do is go to import MIDI tracks. I've already imported my MIDI through the import, stuff like that, you know. And if you're not aware of what I'm saying, if you click the Fruity Loops icon and go to import, you can import whole zip files and things of that nature as far as files. You've seen that in my FL Studio tutorial, but I'm going to go to import MIDI tracks. On that track, after I hold it, I'm going to go to my MIDI. And then with this, you know, my pack is in there. So what we are going to do, this is like a 130 something BPM or something like that. So I'm going to go to this pocket and I got all types of stuff. So I'm just going to click through some of these and see what I like. As far as that hi-hat pattern, I think it works. You know, I'm bouncing to it, so that's what I'm going to go with. And I'm going to get down to laying down some of these drums. They come from the combustion pack, you know, as far as the volume 4 that I mentioned earlier. Let's get to it.
We're about to get into the final beat, but first, if you like what you've seen, be sure to like the video, comment, and also subscribe. I'll see y'all another day, somehow, some way. I'm out.